What's good? It's Slim Trader. We are back with another weekend Slimmple analysis. Not necessarily the weekend because it is literally Monday night, 11:30 Eastern Time. About to be Tuesday. The U.S. market was closed Monday for President's Day, but good thing about Forex is the market still goes on because there's other countries that don't celebrate President's Day. So while the U.S. stock markets was closed and the banks, other pairs were moving a little bit, and as well as some dollar pairs, but not too much. And I don't think much pairs are going to move this week until FOMC, and that is on Wednesday on the 21st. So we're going to probably see a lot of consolidation until then. Not much move price action. Kind of, I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with FOMC this week because um, inflation went up a little bit. I think it went a little higher. It went up at the end of the day, and I don't think we were expecting that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Mr. Jerome Powell has to say about that. If we're still going to continue to cut rates later on in the year, I know March is out of the discussion, but I personally wouldn't be surprised if a rate increase wouldn't be put back on the table. And if he says anything of that nature, I can definitely see the dollar going up, stocks going down, plummeting. If he mentions anything about the dollar, about increasing rates, but it'll be interesting. Also, even him saying that maybe even in May or June, I can't remember what month he did say we might have a rate cut. He even say that we may even keep the rates the same. Then I think that that's going to cause some turmoil in the market as well. So I think there's a lot at hand this week on FOMC. So as far as trading, this is kind of why I kind of like I had a busy weekend, but it's kind of why I'm starting late anyway because I knew not too much was going to go on. But with all that being said, um, we got the usual pairs that we're going to go over. I'm not going to take too long, just because this week I'm really honestly not sure how the market's going to go, just because I think this FOMC is going to be very crucial, and it's going to be interesting to see what he has to say, and it's really going to move the markets. But I'm going to try to keep fundamentals along with the technicals that I have based off of what I think is going to happen, what he may say. So that's how we're going to play it. I think honestly, a lot of possible resistance or supports are going to be broken, just because usually big fundamental news breaks key levels, key areas. So it's going to be interesting to see. But anyways, let's start with the usual USD JPY, my favorite. I'm going to add a couple of new ones on here. I'm also going to add a stock on here as well. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get to that. Um, so let me get to it. So USD JPY, um, I believe we stopped last week around this area, kind of consolidated, but it did come up and it hit the road to 150 and kind of went up above that, almost to 151 just before retracing a little bit. What I see here and what I actually like is it continuing to go up, because I really feel like the dollar is going to be strong this week. But right now, if we added the fib, we definitely have this little support area being made right on the 61.8, and we're already pushing up. I can see price getting up to this 151 300 area, and possibly all the way up to 151 735 area for the 61.8 extension. that's what I see for UJ. It's crazy. The yen is just trash. It's weak. Still negative interest rates. They're still holding on to that. So anything yen, opposite of yen, I'm bullish on because I think that's probably one of the weakest currencies of the major currencies. If you look at like EJ, GJ, AJ, all those they're all gaining. Swiss JPY, CAD JPY, they're all gaining on the yen. So until otherwise, it's whatever the yen is doing, it's weak. Just go ahead and look at the opposite currency as the stronger one. And in this case, the dollar being one of the stronger currencies out of all of them, I have no reason to believe that it will continue to go up. So right now we got like a little, also got like a little flag pattern going on. If you're into that, we have this. And then we have like this going down here, and we're making the support right here at the 61.8. And I mean, we just broke through it. Good trade for a buy to take to 151, 500 if you want to do that. Excuse me. You definitely have the stop loss below this support. To be safe, you would want it below this wick. However, um, about right there, and I would take it up to here. That's a 1 and 2.5 risk to reward. I can definitely see that happening. So that's for UJGU. Now, I was very conflicted last week on that one. I mean, it's still messy, and that's what I should have just said last week. Definitely something I wouldn't have touched. But at the end of the day, I mean, I was going back and forth between bearish and bullish because I mean, it still gave me bullish vibes. But after this week, after the even today, it doesn't look like it's going to go up. Looks like we're going to still go down. And like I said, the dollar is going to be strong this week, in my opinion, based off of what Powell may say. I'm already anticipating a strong dollar. And so we have, I had already placed the fib here. We already hit the 61.8, and we already wicked it. We had this downtrend kind of going on. We already rejected from that, and I just feel like we're going to be heading down at least to 125, if not even lower. I mean, I don't see GU recovering. But we're going to take it one slice at a time, 125, and we'll go from there. But I'm bearish on GBP USD until otherwise. But 125 is the target point, in my opinion. Um, so even right here, I mean, usually Monday nights are my trading days. I like to get in good trades, and because it was a holiday, it may be an extra day, and because of FOMC, it may be even after that. But if you had got in earlier, you could have put the stop loss up above here and then take it down to at least 125. But now it's kind of too late. Unless price wants to creep back up for London session and try to retest this trend line one more time before going down, you might get a better entry. But as of right now, it's kind of too late to get into that one. But I'm going bearish on GU. Um, so that is that one. Now we can go to GBP JPY. And like I said, and like last week, I said about it getting to 190, and look, it hit right at 190 and then started retracing down. And now we're trying to get back up and see if we can make a higher high, which, like I said, I'm bullish on the pound versus the yen for sure. Like I said, the yen isn't showing me anything. Right now, we have this like little support going on that price is kind of like hanging on. It's not much, but it's still hanging on. We could possibly see price at least hit 190 again. I would like to see it hit not 191 500. That's remain to be seen, but still bullish vibes on GBP JPY. Let's see what we got on a daily. Daily moving average is still looking strong and nice. Um, we're still staying above this area. This is kind of like a support area as well if I wanted to draw it, but don't need to. Today's already starting off pretty strong and bullish into the London session, so this could be the move to at least get to 190. I'm kind of hesitant to say that it's going to keep shooting up once it gets to 190, but to be honest, like I said, the yen is pretty weak, so I mean it could just shoot right past it. But let's look at to see what it does at 190 first. But definitely, I see that happening. Maybe like a small retracement, or straight to 191, 191, 500. So bullish on GBP JPY. So let's get to GBP AUD. GBP AUD. Let's see. We when was this? This was last week. Last week we did get to 195, in which I had stated. As soon as we got to 195, we ended up crashing down, and we broke this trend line, and now we're at this major support level, and we're trying to see if we can maintain the support for GA. If we can't, then we're definitely coming down to this 191 500 or in this possible trend line that I have. And I would like to see if price does get down that low. I'm definitely looking again for buys, but I have this fib and we're at the 78.6, so it'll be interesting to see what it wants to do from here. If I hide the candlesticks, we can look at the moving average, and we can see that our impulse move started here. We came up. Here's the swing high. We're down. It looks like the moving average wants to curve right here on this key level. And if it does, then we could possibly start seeing GA start making new highs. But that's going to be tough. It's not looking pretty right now, but it still has a chance. If kind of like what I was talking about last week, if GA wants to make that move, it needs to make it right now, because I know like last week GA was around this area, and I was saying if it wants to make that move to 195, it needs to make it now. And then lo and behold, it made that move at that moment. Same thing here. If it wants to make that move back up to the other side, it needs to start making that move now. Otherwise, we're crashing down to 191 500. Right now, we still are below the midline here. I know it's kind of off, but we are trading a little bit below this midline. So we have an hour and 17 minutes for this 4 hour closure. And then maybe in the next 4 hour, we'll probably give a better understanding of what GA wants to do from here. We're either going to start crashing down, or we're going to move up and pass this midline and try to get this moving average to start crossing back over blue over red. So right now, kind of undecided on GA. It's just a matter of reading and reacting. If we can start trading above here, and this moving average curves and crosses over, and then I could start seeing it being bullish. But until then, we stay below this half point and we'll start heading down to 191.91 500. All right, let's look at the dollar index. As I had stated last week, let's get to where we were. We did get here. We kind of crashed down, and then oh no, that was the week before. Last week we did come all the way up to this area where I said it'll probably start weakening, and it did. It started coming back down. However, we still staying in this red zone, so it lets me know that the index still probably wants to go up. And we got this little trend line downtrend going on. It's pretty much a long-term downtrend. We're touching it again, and we kind of have a counter trend for right now. I'm going to call it a counter trend. We kind of have that going on. So we're at a key level. So it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen right here. We've already broke structure. Here was the last lower high. We've already clipped that. Now we're kind of like hanging on this key level. We're about to hit the trend line again. Can we break above this? And I think the news could possibly do that. The FOMC news this week can possibly do it. I wouldn't be surprised. So, um, if not, then the dollar will be crashing on down. And that's going to be interesting because if we look at the last high that touched this trend line and we take it to the swing low, we are at the 61.8, which is the midline of this key level. So, I mean, we could see the dollar crashing. Look at this. This is perfect. But anyways, um, that would be good news for the stocks, I believe, if that's the case, because usually they correlate on the opposite basis. But I'm gonna leave that fib on there, and we'll see what happens. But if we're going by the long-term trend of it going down, of this downtrend, then we could be seeing the dollar follow suit and head down, crash down. And we have this counter trend line to let us know once it gets broken, then we could probably see the dollar get weak. That's the only thing that is, I mean, we're at a crucial point here as well. This whole area, we want, maybe this week will definitely let us know what the dollar wants to do. It'll let us know about GBP USD, USD JPY. Speaking of the yen, they are talking about intervention, the Bank of Japan. So that'll be interesting to see if they do that. But we'll see. Euro JPY. This is kind of messy. I know it is, but price did get to 161, 850. I believe that's where I had the target at. It's just heading up now. It's just pretty much everything against the yen right now. We already broke this little downtrend that we had going on. We're already above it. However, we are at a key level. We're at the lower part of this red bar, this zone. So trying to see what EJ wants to do. I'm still bullish on it though. I think 62.5 to 62.7 is the next area that it wants to get to. So I want to see if we can what it wants to do around this area. If we can break this kind of like resistance and try to make a support and use this trend line to get us up to this midline. But I'm still bullish on EJ. We've already passed this last high, so it looks like we're trying to make new highs here. Now the question is, are we going to follow this trend line or are we going to follow this trend line, which I can make longer? Um, so if we do break this one, we'll be coming right back down to the support possibly and this trend line and retesting this downtrend. That would be the most optimal, ideal um, situation. I would actually like to see that happen more than anything because this is like stars aligning right here. This is a great buy. This would be a perfect buy if price could just EJ could just start crashing right now and we can get to this like 50, 61.8 area. Man, that'd be lovely. And then we'll jump to the 27 extension of 62,700 area. That'd be perfect. But I don't know. The yen ain't doing anything to make me think that it would, but it's possible. So another new pair that I added was AUD CAD, odd CAD. When I first started trading, and I mean, I wasn't really great, but I tell you what, odd CAD, I was winning on odd CAD. I don't know why I stopped. I think it was just too slow for me. But I decided to pull it up um, yesterday, and it looked kind of choppy. I'm not gonna lie. Like when you look at it from a like a higher time frame. But as I was dissecting it a little bit, I kind of like where we're at now. I was like, okay, I can do something with this. Right now, I'm looking at this nice bullish move right here. If I hit the fib from here to the high, we're already at the midpoint of 61.8. This yellow bar is like a key level. I anticipated the trend line, and if this happens to be the next point of the trend, then we're golden to get to 92. Like, but I would wait and see what it does at 9,500. But this is a perfect. I've already got in a trade for AutoCAD. I feel very confident in this one right here. This is textbook. So I think I got in around here. We made a support as stop loss is below that last low. And then this is, I mean, it's probably going to take a while to even get there. But I mean, that's 400 pips to 80, 50 something. I think I had a 80 pip stop loss. Or maybe I got in a little later. Or was it 60? It was like 60. But that's gonna be good. I mean, it's gonna take a while because from here, this was December 27th, and this is today. So I'm gonna hold it. It's gonna be a swing trade. I really don't swing trade, but um, with odd CAD, I think it's just the safest way to trade it because it's kind of like it's kind of messy in a way, but it's like an organized mess, and I like organized messes, organized mess. That's how my life is, an organized mess. But anyways, I can see the bullish structure going on. We're making higher highs and higher lows right on this key level. We're kind of already passing this orange bar. So it's looking very bullish vibey. And then we had this counter trend that we're breaking right now. So price could probably come back down, hit this midline, and then continue up. But either way, I got my stop loss below this last level, so there's plenty of space and room for my trade to breathe. AUD USD now, I don't know what it wants to do. I'm not gonna lie. Had a trend line here. It looks like we're right on it. If AUD USD wants to continue up, it needs to start moving right now. We got this hammer right on the trend line, right on the midpoint, and now we're starting to get like a bullish candle here on a 2 hour. Still got an hour left, but um, possibly could start going up. We could see AUD USD get to this blue line. That'd probably be the first target point of AUD USD. If you wanted to get into a conservative trade, you could have stop loss right, put it right under this blue bar. That's like 10 pips. This is 36, 1 to 3. I think that would be a decent trade to get into. But getting all the way to 66 will be interesting. I don't know if it'll have enough momentum for that. I still think we're bearish overall. If I put the swing high to the low, we're right at the 61.8. However, we can start flirting with the 78.6 and then start crashing down to 64 because, like I said, I think the dollar is going to have something up its sleeve this week, so we'll see. But short term buy for AUD USD. I know I got a lot going on here, so let's clear a little bit of this. I need the rest of this, but anyways, if we clear off the moving average, this is the tricky part right here. See, the moving average is already kind of like curving. However, I think that price may just curve and then come right on up, like go like this. So we'll see, or maybe even a deeper one. But it does look like it's trying to reverse. But we do have the and then we have the red trying to cross over the blue. So we have to keep an eye on that. So we're trading below the moving average. So that's the interesting part. Maybe that quick little buy may not be the move after all. We kind of just have to see if we can get some more buyers in. But with this little trend, this little line, this little trend line, this trend line, midpoint, it's enough confluence to even do it. I mean, it's you're not going to be right on all your trades, but I think that's a high probability trade to be honest. It's just a matter of breaking this key level. You see price came here, couldn't do it, came here, couldn't do it. Now we're flirting with it again. The move back to the just looking at the moving average. The moving average was trading below this midline. Now we're actually above it. So it kind of gives me the indication that we may be trying to push up and make that new high. So, short term bullish on AUD USD and then possibly crashing down afterwards. USD Swift, man, this one was. I wish I was looking at this one like I should have been because I think I had it crashing down after it retested here, but once it hit this little mini key level, it's just been pushing up, and that was definitely a good trade that I missed. But it looks like we're trying to make another leg to the upside. We've already we've already cleared this key level. Now we're making it a support. We could possibly see. I did have a fib that I just deleted, but we have the low, we have the high. We're we're pretty much flirting on top of this key level, making a support. Then we could be pushing up and making a new high at 89,250 area. So I'm bullish on USD Swiss. We've already eclipsed this little counter trend. So we're going to be focusing on this trend line right here. We already got one. This whole leg is already done. If you look at this low to this high, we've already hit the 27 extension. So, anyways, this trend line, we're definitely going to be following that and possibly be getting looking at buys in the future for USD Swiss. Now the stock that I want to look at is Tesla. Tesla, um, I've been recently looking at this, and I have a friend that's really good doing Tesla, and she's been doing a lot of puts on Tesla. Um, I think now, Tesla, I haven't, I've 3, 2, 1. Tesla, I've just started looking at it maybe for about a week and a half, and been taking some L's on it. Wasn't too sure how I wanted to move, but looking at it now, I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what it may want to do. And that's why I kind of want to share my analysis on it. We do have like a little channel that Tesla is riding on right now, and we've already hit that bottom of that channel. So I kind of expect it to kind of go up at least halfway through the half point of the channel before heading back down. But for right now, looking at Tesla, we did have this like. Hmm, let me hide the EMAs real quick so we can see it a little bit better. We do have this left shoulder head, right shoulder, right on the key level, and that gave us the opportunity to push up. When we did that, we actually broke this key level, and that is significant. Right now, we're chasing this wide gap right now. What I can see Tesla doing is possibly coming back down, retesting either this support because we broke this, so we have to make sure we're solid and we're straight. So we can come back down between this blue area and this trend line, and then head back up to fill this gap to get to the 2.208 area, and then from there, it's hard to tell, it's hard to say, but this is almost the midline, the midpoint of this channel that we're in. So Tesla can easily start heading back down, or continue to head up to 230, which that's what I ideally would like to see for Tesla. Tesla's been on a bearish streak for quite a while, and I think I got the uh, I have the 3 day candle, and this 3 day candle was so bullish. It just makes me feel like at least we're getting to 208. 208 is a major key level as well. That'll be interesting to see what it wants to do from there. But if we're looking at this channel, we at least got some making up to do. 230 at least before we start seeing some type of bearish resistance. But like I said, with Tesla, if it doesn't want to keep shooting up from here, let me go to a lower time frame. It's kind of making it a little support on the 1 hour. However, I don't think it's strong enough to hold because we haven't really made a bullish high. Like, I mean, we had this big bearish candle, but the bears pushed it down. Same thing. I really feel like we're gonna head back down. Uh, this red bar is not gonna hold too much. If we do, like I said, around this area somewhere, and then we can get that head up to 208. If we look at the fib from the low to the high, I mean it'll play perfect with the 50% mark, 61.8. I mean, you can even see price go as low as 78.6, but I don't think so. But it could possibly do that. But I'm still bullish on Tesla. We just may see a nice retracement first and then get to 208. So that's that's my analysis for the pairs for the week. Happy trading. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you have a great weekend this weekend. And can't wait to get back on next week and see what the results were for the analysis. Have a good one.